Hey, I'm back from the beach, and my dad and I actually got some albums. And not very many. Usually we get quite a lot, but this time we didn't really get that many. Mainly because they were kind of priced up a bit, but I think that's due to the holidays. They were kind of cleared out because apparently people were shopping at record shops quite a bit. There were two that we went to that we mainly got stuff from, and one of them was like really cleared out. There was barely anything. But the other one had a lot of selection, and that's the one that I usually get a lot of records from when we go to the beach. And then there was this other one that we went into, which was actually not a walk-in record store. It was like a mail order company, and it was kind of awkward because we rang the doorbell and we went in to look around, and apparently he only sells like improv bands, and I'm not really into improv music that much at all. So it was kind of really awkward going in there. But yeah, that's a tale for another time. But the stuff that we did get is actually pretty cool. So let me go over each one and then I'll tell you a little bit of what I think of the band and the album that we got. First, let's go over the CDs that we got, starting with 10 by Pearl Jam, which is their debut album and also really good. It has Alive and Black and Jeremy, those big singles on it. Jeremy's a really good song. I love Jeremy, but the whole album is really great. It's definitely one of those big breakout albums of the early 90s. But yeah, we have two other Pearl Jam albums. We had Versus and Yield, but this is still really good to have the the one that started it all. Next is One Hot Minute by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and we actually put this in after we left the record store, and it was pretty cool. Um, the neat thing about this album is that it's got that little image flip thing. I forgot what these things are called. If somebody in the comments would tell me what this is called, I'm going really blank right now. I can't remember what this is called. Actually, if you take out the little pamphlet here, you can see both images on it. It's kind of trippy, but yeah, there's some pretty cool little artwork for the lyrics and all that. Oh, that's some really neat typography. Me being a graphic design now, I'm actually really excited to see like the different pamphlets, the lyric books that come with these albums. Next is Kid A by Radiohead. I was kind of excited to see this that they had this because I had just listened to this like not too long ago. Personally, I like OK Computer a little bit better, but this was still really cool to find. So it's nice to have this. And then the last of the CDs that we got is Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness by the Smashing Pumpkins. And this is really neat. It's like a dual album thing. And again, like I love the little lyric book that it comes with. It actually kind of like, I'm not sure what texture this is, but it's like very textured on this. Like I said in my top 7 bands thing, a lot of people compare Silver Sun Pickups to the Smashing Pumpkins. And we listened to this on the way back home. I don't really see the similarities. I guess the tone is kind of the same, but as far as like the entire sound of it, I don't really see the similarities between Smashing Pumpkins and Silver Sun Pickups. This still is really good though, so I'm glad that we found it. Now moving on to the vinyl records that we got, starting with the Cars Panorama. This is their third or fourth album. I don't really recognize any of the songs on here. I was trying to see if they had Candy O or what's the other one? Can't think of the other one. Shake It Up, Shake It Up, Shake It Up is the other one that I was looking for. But I don't really recognize the songs on this one. I guess I just have to listen to it to find out if I like it or not. I do like the Cars debut album, which we have that. So I don't know. If I like that, I might like this. Next up is Lap of Luxury by Cheap Trick. I haven't really listened to much of Cheap Trick. I've listened to In Color, which I really like. That's a really cool album. But as far as their later stuff, I haven't really listened to much of it. Like I said, I'll just have to listen to it to find out if I like it or not. The next one is REO Speedwagon, their debut album. My dad picked up this, and I don't really recognize anything. I don't know that much about REO Speedwagon, like, at all. I know like rolling with the changes. Is that what the song is? But as far as just the band and its albums, I don't really know much about REO Speedwagon at all. So I just have to listen to it. Then next is Equinox by Styx. This was really cool to find. Actually, it's very common. I'm not sure why we haven't picked it up before. We got it for like $2. The way this album ends is with Sweet Madam Blue, and that's such an excellent song. I actually saw Styx play that live back in 2008 because we went to go see this concert with Styx and Boston, and that was really cool. But Sweet Madam Blue, yeah, that's an awesome song. But all the other songs on this are really cool. I hadn't really heard much of them, but they're really cool songs. So yeah, it's a pretty good album. Then last but not least, Smiley Smile by the Beach Boys. I really love this album. I'm not sure if I like this better than Pet Sounds, because this one is a lot sillier than Pet Sounds. You won't find God Only Knows on this, but you'll have stuff like She's Going Bald, which is very silly. But there are some very interesting songs on here that have some very unique sounds that I haven't really heard in songs that much before, like in Fall Breaks and Back to Winter. That's a very, really eerie instrumental that they did. And then there's songs like Good Vibrations, of course, which is, you know, an excellent song. And then the beginning song, Heroes and Villains, that's excellent. But overall, I really, really like this. The only thing about this is, like, you'll notice that this is, like, looks like in extremely good condition. It's actually a reissue from 1980, so that's why it looks in such great condition. But yeah, we bought it and we played it when we got home, and yeah, I still love it. It's like one of my favorite albums. Like I said, in my last video, I mainly have favorite albums, and this is one of them. I don't really like much of the Beach Boys stuff. Like, I like Pet Sounds era Beach Boys. That's what I like. Them, like, being experimental and, you know, making all these really interesting songs. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I really like this album. It's really good. So those are the albums that we bought when we went to the beach. It's not a lot, just 4 CDs and 5 vinyl records. But we do have a bigger collection. We have about over 140 albums now, which isn't that much, but we're starting to grow it. At some point, I'll probably do like a top 20 of what we own, and, you know, that may give you a better understanding of what I like. So I might not do that for quite a while, though. So next week, I'll be doing something completely different. I'll be reviewing, what was I going to review? Oh yeah, that's right. Saving Mr. Banks. I was going to review that, and I'm also going to tell you about Hearthstone, because I've been playing that like crazy lately with Saber. So yeah, see you next week.